It's been more than 3 weeks since the woman who's known as Braveheart was brutally raped. The crime has provoked nationwide reflection on the way women are treated. This groundswell of indignation is unprecedented. In this country, violence against women is commonplace. The rape happened on this bus on the 16th of December. The 23-year-old medical student who died from massive internal injuries was on board with a male companion when she was gang raped by 6 men. They were both then thrown from the moving vehicle. And in his first interview, the friend, who suffered a broken leg and head injuries, has revealed more details about the appalling nature of the attack. He too has not been identified for legal reasons.
We were shouting at the top of our voices, trying to make people hear us, but they switched the lights of the bus off. We tried to resist them, some 5 or 6 of them. Even my friend kept shouting for help and fought with them, trying to save me. She even tried to dial the police control room number, but they snatched her mobile. And then they brought us near an overpass, threw us out of the bus and even tried to run us over. We didn't have our clothes on. Then we kept waiting for help, waving to passers-by in vehicles. They would slow down, look at our naked bodies and drive away. No one, absolutely no one came up to us. It was a good 25 minutes before anyone stopped. And finally, someone turns up, makes a few phone calls. A couple of police vehicles arrive at the scene, but they wasted time debating who was responsible for dealing with the case.
How to stem the rising crime against women is now dominating political discourse. It's being talked about as India's Arab Spring moment or awakening. It has for many revealed the very real tensions that simmer below the surface of this democracy of 1.2 billion people. The family of the victim are calling for the death penalty for all sex attackers. It is a view which has widespread support.
The toughest and the harshest punishment should be given. Why only this crime? The law should be amended so that in the future no one will even think about committing a crime like this. This is what I want.
In India, victims of sexual violence, more often than not, never get justice. The government has set up a fast-track court to deal with this case and other allegations of rape and molestation. Campaigners say if the authorities fail again to protect the nation's women, they can expect many more angry demonstrations in the days and months to come. Alex Rossi, Sky News, Delhi.
It's an interview that will shake a nation already reeling from this horrific crime, with the details painting the authorities in a harsh light. They were tricked on board the bus, he says, even paying a 30-cent fare. And then the nightmare began. They started teasing my friend and it led to a brawl. One brought an iron rod and hit me, he says. Before I fell unconscious, they took my friend away. For over an hour, the bus cruised round Delhi, seen here in CCTV footage, with the men brutally torturing and raping the woman. After throwing them off without their clothes, the driver tried to mow them down. I saved my friend by pulling her away, he says, in the nick of time. Yet for nearly 30 critical minutes, with his friend bleeding profusely, no one stopped to help. Even at the hospital, we were made to wait, and I had to literally beg for clothes, he says. He calls their attackers animals and says he wishes he could have saved her. Talking about the protests that have followed, he says her death has awakened India. Carrying on this fight, he says, will be her tribute. Andrew North, BBC News.